So I think the one positive development, and I'll tell you why it may not be, is the idea that their Justice Department, there's a report, I think NBC News first broke it, that Jeff Sessions is finally getting around, or the Justice Department is looking at this Uranium One scandal again. Uranium One scandal. The FBI, Justice Department evidently knew the Russians were trying to buy the vote of Hillary Clinton to get approval for the Uranium One takeover. But nothing was done. So supposedly Justice Department prosecutors are talking to the FBI about what evidence they had. Well, how do you think that's going to turn out? I'm hopeful it turns into a special counsel, a constitutional special counsel, as opposed to an out of control special counsel like Robert Mueller is. The last time they did something like this, they did it on the Obama IRS targeting scandal. So you had prosecutors in the Justice Department ask themselves, basically the same ones who were responsible for the cover-up of the Obama IRS scandal and who were implicated in it, whether they should reopen the investigation. Guess what the answer to that was? No. So the Trump Justice Department refused to do anything else on this outrageous targeting scandal by the IRS. So I hope this isn't an indication of what's going to happen with Uranium One and the pay-to-play allegations against Hillary Clinton. But let's take a further step back. The Hillary Clinton email investigation has been irredeemably compromised by this FBI special agent, by the Lynch-Clinton tarmac meetings, by Comey's machinations. It needs to be reopened. They need to have a clean team go in and reopen it. I don't know whether she gets prosecuted in the end or not, but we need an honest investigation. And the Trump-Russia collusion investigation, what a mess that is ethically. That's got to be shut down till we figure out about this corrupt dossier that was laundered into the FBI and Justice Department and evidently still being used by Mueller. His number two is an anti-Trumper. His FBI special agent lead, he had to remove because of evident bias, and then he covered all that up. And then just recently, he goes in through a backdoor method, yes, backdoor, goes and gets the emails of the Trump transition team, evidently without a subpoena, in a way that could be both unlawful and illegal and unethical. I'm not a lawyer, but I know enough about records requests and how do you get emails to know that what Mueller did to vacuum up all those emails of Trump transition officials without their foreknowledge or giving them the chance to object was a scam. So it is ethical compromise on top of ethical compromise by the Mueller operation. And Rod Rosenstein, who is the number two at the Justice Department, who appointed Mr. Mueller, needs to take ownership of this. I mean, you see Director Wray and Rod Rosenstein talk about this IG as being the end-all and be-all. We got to wait for the IG report before we do anything. In the meantime, the Mueller steamroller goes on, and it's someone's got to put a stop to this, at least till we know that there's an ethical investigation going on, as opposed to this out-of-control investigation. So we got more coming, more law. We got these probably 20 lawsuits just on the Russia, Mueller, Obama, spying, unmasking, you name it, we've got it covered. Judicial Watch is in court on this. We're not just talking about it, we're in court. It was a court case that got this email from the Mueller deputy. It's pressure, I'm convinced, from Judicial Watch FOIA requests and lawsuits that is forcing the collection of these texts and the ultimate disclosure of them. We have a lawsuit for Mueller's budget. We have a lawsuit over the unmaskings. We have a lawsuit over the dossier. We have a lawsuit over the targeting of General Flynn. No one else is doing this work. So the Trump administration, I suggest, take a hold of this and say, look, these records need to be declassified. The public has a right to know what its Justice Department and FBI are up to, given these allegations of corruption and politicization of our law enforcement process and our spying, and release the records. So let's hope that's done.